Hey, everybody, welcome. We got a good one for you today. It's Promar Ahi USA Tuesday. I want to thank Promar very much for supporting the shows on Tuesdays. Mondays and Tuesdays are Promar days. Yesterday, we got we had a little problem. We got a problem with the internet down here in Mexico. Somebody dug into so I'm going to cross to everybody today. Hopefully you can see it. Hopefully somebody will tell me what they can see, what they can see, if it's even working. Let me know. Leave a comment. I'm hoping that this is working good today from a different room. Trying to get a hot spot. So hope out. We're seeing what's going on, but it's your Saltwater Guide, the podcast on Tuesday. And we got a lot to talk about, gang. So we'll get going here in just a minute. Wait for a few people to jump on here. So hopefully it's going to go good. I'm hoping. Stay with us. Let's see what we got going on here. I'm going to see if it's even coming through. I see no audience, so I don't even know if it's working. So we'll see if it's even working. I don't know if it's working or not. Anybody out there can hear us, see us? Let me know what's going on. Should be a good shot. A lot to talk about. It's been pretty good fishing. And yeah, there you go. John Stanley, Jeanette, you guys can hear me okay? Everything looks good? Yeah, glitching. We don't have any. I have no internet. I'm using my telephone. We're down here trying to make it happen with modern technology. Somebody dug through the cable lines down here. I'm in my beautiful home in Cabo San Lucas, and we got some problems with the internet. So if this isn't coming through good, let me know. Somebody just tell me and I'll jump out of here and we'll figure it out some other way. But if it's good, just say it. If it's not, just say it. Let me know. But it's Promar Ahi USA Tuesday. And we always thank Promar for always supporting us on Tuesdays. Thank you very, very much. It's not horrible, so it's good enough to keep going, and we're going to keep going. Picture is low res. It has to be because of the internet. I'm using my telephone. So that's why, but hopefully the message gets across. So, gang, everybody learned a very valuable lesson yesterday that tuna showed up in massive numbers the day before yesterday in Santa Monica Bay like no one had ever seen before. And then it disappeared yesterday. And I tried to explain to everybody that was all gung-ho to run out there. When that stuff shows up on the beach, if you're not there the day it shows up, the chances of it staying around are not. And everybody great expectations yesterday, thinking that that stuff would still be there, and it boogied, it hauled butt. It wasn't there anymore. So what we're going to talk about today is how to approach the rest of the season as far as this tuna goes, because it looks, if you look on the weather and you look at the forecast for the next few weeks, it looks like we got some spectacular weather. Things are settled down. The water's going to probably stay about 72, 74 degrees where it's at right now. We got a big influx of Dorado and yellowfin showing up in that area down below Oceanside Harbor on up to the east end of Catalina. And the big news is the volume of marlin. Right now, there is an epic amount of marlin. If you wanted to catch a marlin, this is the time. Talking to some of the marlin guys that have been doing it for a very long time, they're saying this is about as good as they've seen it in over 20 years. The volume of marlin up on the west end of Catalina, down on the east end, the back side, the front side, all the way up to the Channel Islands and all the way down below the Mexican border. There's striped marlin all over the place. And they love anchovies. So if you find balls of anchovies, there's a pretty good chance that marlin will be around in that area. So as we move forward, as things start to progress, as we move into the fall and everybody's back in school now, we got this weekend Historically in Southern California, right after Labor Day weekend, they roll up the sidewalks. The people, they quit coming to the beach, they quit going fishing. And if it's anything like it's been in the past 60 years I've been on this planet, I think Tuesday morning you're going to all wake up and go, where did all the people go? Which is going to be great for those of us that are inefficient, because we're not going to have that giant influx of private boaters trying to fish on top of us out there on the water. And there is no shortage of fish. When that bluefin, when they find where it moves to, there is no shortage of fish. And that fish, like we saw on what was it, Sunday, that fish can show up just like that anywhere. There's no fences. Like I talk about on the game plans all the time, there are no fences out there. So there's nothing to stop that fish from coming in to the beach, going up and down the coast. So from today forward, what you have, the way you have to go about this is you have to just pay attention. Have your balloon ready if you want a tuna. Have your kite ready if you want a tuna. Have your flying fish in the ice chest ready to deploy. Have everything ready, because everything could change at the drop of a hat. Why I'm out there looking around for this tuna now, I'm going to be trolling my marlin lures that I bought years ago, and I don't have any use for them. And now all of a sudden, now there's a use for them. So we're going to be doing a lot of marlin trolling the next month or so. Historically, September, October have always been the best months for marlin in Southern California. And I don't think this time it's going to be any different. They're seeing a massive volume out there of marlin all over the place. If you watch Air Pelikia, he's been posting all kinds of great videos of the marlin swimming around in Southern California. We've had reports, guys seeing kelp patty dorado. That is just a beginning of what's going to happen this fall, I think. And the yellowfin, now that the water is going to be stable and we're not going to have that west wind, let's hope we don't have any more of that gnarly west wind like we had for the last 3 months. And everything's going to stabilize. And I think we're going to start to move into the season we've been talking about for a very, very long time. I thought that it would have happened sooner, but I didn't see all this west wind coming from all over the place that we've had. It usually is done in July. Here we are, end of August, and we just had another big west wind phenomenon happening on the weekend. Yeah, we backed off on Saturday afternoon, and all day Sunday it was beautiful, but that weather wasn't good Thursday or Friday. But now it looks like it's going to be good. So I think we're in store for what we've been talking about for so long. I think we're really going to start to see some phenomenal fishing in Southern California. At the islands, it's going to be good along the coast, and it's going to be good on that offshore thing. And then to have a marlin as a accidental catch, that isn't a bad thing. We saw Justin do that a couple 3 weeks ago with the Promar guys. They went out there and they trying to find some tuna, and they caught a marlin before they could even get out to the tuna grounds. And I don't know if anybody saw the show this morning, because I know that the Facebook and YouTube aren't giving you your notifications like they used to. Y'all used to get notified whenever we went live. Well, we went live this morning. Justin had wide open as it could possibly be, thresher shark fishing this morning. And one of the guys that was holding the camera kind of revealed where they were. So if you haven't seen it, you might want to go back and look at it. If you're not a member of your Saltwater Guide, if you go back and look at that live show this morning, they kind of gave the cat got out of the bag for a couple of seconds. They moved the camera away real quick, but if you pay close attention right in the beginning, you can see where he is. And it's kind of crazy how good it is. Dave, did you see him dumping that fish into the deckhand? 3 thresher sharks went into that deckhand sports bag this morning. Pretty unbelievable. Pretty incredible. Oh, cool. Yeah, it's going to be pretty darn spectacular here in Southern California. Pretty darn spectacular. I don't know why it's doing that, Tim. I don't know why they're suppressing our views over here on Facebook, but we're just going to keep doing what we do, and hopefully it just keeps on getting better and better. But I think the number one thing for everybody to do is pay attention and be ready from now on for the rest of the season. You're going to be very blessed. There won't be that many boats out there to compete with. It's always been this way after Labor Day weekend. And like Pablo's saying, he had great Dorado fishing on September 6th last year with John Stanley. They had 40 fish. So I believe it's going to just get better and better. Yeah, you did, Daniel. I saw that. That's cool that you got a marlin last week. But one of our good friends, Mike Lewis, asked me to talk a little bit about termites on your boat. I've run a lot of different yachts and a lot of different sport boats over the years, and we've had termite problems on quite a few of the different boats, especially the older boats. And what I can tell you, the good thing about those of you at the private boats, you got a termite problem, you just tent it. Call up a guy, tent your boat. You got to tent it. You got to get them out of there. You got to get them done with now. You can't let it go. The farther it goes, the deeper into the wood they're going to get. The deeper in there, they're going to destroy your salon or your galley. They're going to get in there, dig down deep. The queen's probably already in there. That's why they've decided to live inside there. And they're going to make a mess of your boat. So you need to get with a company that's an exterminating company. I got a friend down in SoCal, but not up there where you're at, Mike. So you got to call somebody, and you got to get your boat out of the water. You got to put it in a storage area somewhere, and you got to get that thing tented, and you got to let them annihilate that boat. You got to get that, because it's going to keep going on. And another thing that I never talked about before, but this came up when I thought about the termites, is the cockroaches. Something that we don't talk about, but we should. I haven't talked about it before, is all those cardboard boxes. All, Captain Al, I can't see you.
You can't?
I don't know if I can hear. Now, I can't even lock you on because of the internet. I can't even bring you into the show, buddy. I want it, but I think it's my internet. I can't bring on. Sorry.
No problem.
I see over there on the side, I have no visual, no audio, and I can't. But I want you on the show, just like I want Pablo and Justin. I want everybody on the show, but my internet's down here in Mexico today. So we're using the telephone. We're hot spot old. Right before we went live, we had 5G. Now we have 4G. We can't even, I don't know. I don't even know how it's putting it out there. Okay, so it's not, all right, it's a mess. But we're doing the best we can with what we have. But you all have to understand those cardboard boxes that you get at Costco or at the big box stores. When you bring those cardboard boxes on your boat and you set them down on your boat and you leave them on your boat, the ones with the sodas in them, the ones with the coffee in them, any kind of cardboard, there's cockroaches, eggs in that cardboard. And when you bring it on your boat and leave them, so that's why we never, ever stored cardboard on the sport boats or on the yachts. When we would bring that stuff down, we would take it out of the cardboard out of the deck, throw the cardboard away right away, never let the cardboard set on the boat, because those cockroaches will make their home on your boat. The eggs will hatch in the cardboard and they'll come out, and then you got, not only do you have a termite infestation, but now you're going to have a cockroach infestation too. Thanks for that message, Tim. I'm just doing the very best I can with the internet we have to work with, gang. So bear with us. We're trying to put on the best possible show. But back to what I was saying. Don't store cardboard. And I'm sorry we never talked about this before. We should have talked about it a long time ago. Don't store cardboard on your boat. Get that cardboard. Get whatever you have unpacked out of the cardboard and throw the cardboard away immediately. Don't store it on your boat. Don't store your soda cases or your beer cases in those cardboard flats. That is the place for them. Hey, Al. Heard you for a second. I don't know. I hear Al in the background, but I can't see him. Now I can't get them off. Oh boy. It is what it is. But yeah, don't store any of that cardboard on your boat. Don't store those cases. Don't store any of that stuff on your boat, gang. Because what'll happen is it's a breeding ground for those cockroaches. And once you get roaches on your boat, it's over. Well, everything.